Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Badass Reviewer, and I'm back with another review. This time taking a look at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Marvel Legends box set Star-Lord. Now, this is my favorite figure out of the box set. Pretty much the whole reason I wanted the box set, which sounds like a dumb reason, but like I wanted the whole box set, but I really wanted this one probably the most, and I was kind of debating if I was going to get the box set at all, because they announced that they're going to have a 5-pack with the comic Star-Lord and the rest of the comic series of the Guardians of the Galaxy. But we don't know if we're going to get the, I'm guessing DNA version, I'm not sure. I know there's the Conquest one, which a lot of people think is what it's going to be, but we don't really know. I wanted this one because it matches with the rest of our comic legends for the Guardians, so obviously I wanted to get this one. And you know, if they end up coming out with them later on, that's fine with the same one. That's fine with me. Maybe they'll do something different, but I really wanted to get this guy, so I found him on Hasbro Toy Shop, got the whole box set, and it was all good. Obviously, you guys seen the rest of the reviews. Maybe, hopefully, if you haven't, go check them out. But really nice looking. Really kind of lived up to what I was expecting. He used that same body mold as the AIM Soldier, which actually uses his body mold because they made this figure, or made this mold for him, which actually looks really nice. I think it, you know, matches his body perfectly. I think it also looks very good for the AIM Soldiers, although I think for the AIM Soldiers they should have changed the feet. I don't think his kind of like cowboy looking space boots really match the AIM Soldiers, but still very nice. The helmet, very nice looking, sculpt wise and paint wise. It looks really great. The insides of his eyes, if I can get it on camera, my bad. The insides of his eyes look really nice. He's got kind of a, I forgot the word, but it looks really glossy on his helmet. Very nice looking. The sculpting is very nice. The lines that are supposed to go into his little vents aren't exactly matched up, but unless you're really close, you won't really notice. But yeah, it looks very nice. I think it would be kind of cool if they made a helmet that would, like, you know, you could take the face mask off and then like have Peter Quill's face. I think that'd be cool. And while I have the helmet off, for anybody curious, if you wanted to take the movie Star-Lord's head and pop it on here, you could. I think it looks fine. The peg for Star-Lord kind of sticks up a little bit higher, but I think it looks okay. It's like hidden and all that, so I think his head might be up a little bit, but it still looks fine. So if you want an unmasked Star-Lord, you can put on Chris Pratt's head and it'll look cool. So I thought that was pretty nice. So helmet looks very nice. Come down to the rest of his body. He's got just painted on lines around all the pieces that were kind of sculpted, except for up here. It's not really sculpted, it's more like just painted down. But I like the gold kind of metallic symbol, which has kind of like 2 little dots there, but it doesn't really bother me because it seems small enough that it's not too big of a deal. They painted the little buttons, which is kind of hard to see with the dark blue that he's wearing. They also painted the buttons on his gloves here, so that's very nice. He's got a new pouch here, which is different from the AIM Soldiers, obviously, and it kind of like gives him that little extra piece that goes down from his jacket, which this is a separate piece, so I don't think you can take it off, but I don't see why you would want to. Everything else is pretty much the same as the AIM Soldier except for the belt and the helmet. So, and I think the collar is the same. Some people were trying to figure out if it was, and I'm guessing the reason they couldn't figure it out is because they didn't have a figure on hand to look, but I think it is the same collar. So that's nice. And looking at the collar, it looks like it's a little off-centered. So that's a little weird. I don't think there's a way to fix that either, so oh well. Anyways, so Rest of the details, I mean, the red lines look okay. They look like they could have used another coat because it looks like the blue is kind of bleeding through. So in some spots it's a little spotty, especially down in here, I noticed. They painted the buckle on his boots. I think the boots aren't completely black, but they look like they have a little bit of shading in it, but I think maybe it's just because they're a flat black. The gloves are painted nice. He's got his 2 blasters. Both are just molded gray. So if you want to like paint them up a little bit, you probably should. And a little problem that I think is a little bothering with me is that I think they made his like handles for his gun too thin. I think they definitely should have made it thicker because when he holds them fine, except it's just like they kind of like flop around too easily. It's a little annoying. I wish it wasn't really like that. Not too big of a deal, but I think he should just be able to hold his hands a little bit better, or his guns, I'm sorry. Another thing I noticed, his legs seem to have that kind of like loose, floppy feel that the AIM soldiers kind of had. A lot of them had problems with the torso area, but I've noticed it's in his legs more, which is fine, but it still kind of sucks. But I don't think there would be anything problem with that. It also looks like his legs aren't completely connected here. There's kind of these weird gaps that look like his leg didn't really pop into the mold or into the peg very well. Still works fine, but it just kind of looks ugly if you really look at it. And I'd rather it just be completely flush. But I guess it's not too big of a deal, but I just thought I'd make note of that. That's really about it for detail wise. I really like the way he looks though, and he looks really good with the rest of your comic Guardians, which is mostly just Rocket Raccoon and Drax for the moment. So let's go over articulation. His head is on a ball peg and a swivel. So head can rotate 360 degrees up and down, looks really good. His arms can go in and out. I think that's about as far as they'll go because of the sculpt, I think. Yeah, I thought they went out a little bit farther. Otherwise they kind of like fold into the mold, or up into the shoulder, so it goes out about that far, which I thought it went out more, but anyways, goes in and out, rotates 360 degrees, rotates at the bicep, double jointed elbows, swivel in the wrist as well as a hinge. He's got a waist swivel, a nice ab crunch, T-jointed legs to go forward and back, in and out, rotates at the upper part of the thigh, double jointed knees, no boot swivel, which is fine by me. I don't think he really needs it. Swivel in the foot as well as an ankle pivot. So articulation, paint, details, I think this is the best figure out of the wave. I think he was probably going to be the favorite too, just because we weren't going to get his comic Star-Lord at retail until they announced it through a 5-pack. But we don't know if we're getting this same figure, which I'm thinking probably not. But we'll see when that comes around. It's also going to be an exclusive, so that kind of sucks. It seems like Hasbro's kind of going heavy on exclusives for some reason, which I don't like. But overall, favorite figure out of this box set. I actually like him just quite a bit. I mean, I didn't really like Star-Lord a whole lot until maybe like Earth's Mightiest Heroes when I was introduced to him. And then once Guardians came out, I feel like I kind of got a little bit more into him. I just like the way he looks. I think he's a cool looking character. And I like Star Wars and all that, so he kind of, you know, fits that profile. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for more video reviews and other cool stuff like that, and I will talk to you guys later.